One senior Ukrainian MP described the decision as catastrophic.
After money, and never had any knowledge of ever seeing it back.
The decision by President Trump to cut military aid to Ukraine takes effect immediately. Shipments en route to Europe, plus those already in Poland waiting to cross the border into Ukraine, all of it stops. So what effect will this have? Well, the US has pledged around $119 billion in financial, humanitarian and military assistance to Ukraine, with $31 billion of that going on weaponry. The Americans have sent a full spectrum of equipment to Kyiv. The inventory includes 300 Bradley fighting vehicles, 31 Abrams main battle tanks and 10,000 Javelin anti-tank weapons. Washington's also provided 40 HIMARS artillery rocket systems, plus more than 500 million rounds of small arms ammunition. The last pause in US aid in 2023, when Senate Republicans blocked a $95 billion spending bill, led to severe ammunition shortages on the battlefield. A year on, Europe and Ukraine now provide the bulk of the weaponry being used. But a large amount of the kit the Europeans are giving is actually made in America. So will Donald Trump freeze those too? And despite Europe stepping up, the most lethal weaponry, systems like ATACMS long-range missiles that can hit targets deep inside Russia, are still coming from Washington. US officials told ABC News that 90% of the military equipment committed to Ukraine has already been delivered. That includes Javelin anti-tank missiles and other munitions. What's left in the pipeline is still not entirely clear. Officials say most of what's left is armoured vehicles and trucks. These were apparently due to be delivered by August. There are question marks, though, over the last $3 billion aid package Joe Biden signed off before leaving office. That included critical weaponry for Ukraine's US-made F-16 jets, along with a shipment of air defence missiles. Ukraine also has contracts with private American arms manufacturers that it's already paid for. As yet, there's no indication the Trump administration will interfere with those too. So can Ukraine survive without US military assistance? In an interview last month, President Zelensky was asked that question. His assessment, a very low chance. Along with weaponry, Ukraine also needs supplies of spares for American armour. If those dry up, much of the kit will become unusable. Ukraine also relies heavily on US spy satellites, intelligence gathering and communications. European nations have committed around $40 billion of military aid that hasn't yet been delivered. Analysts think that will be enough for the Ukrainians to hold ground, but not sufficient to push Russia out of the occupied territories and gain the victory President Zelensky wants. In the immediate future, Ukraine's cities may well bear the brunt as stocks of US air defence missiles dry up. Trump insiders say the freeze is temporary and could be lifted if Ukraine's leader shows more commitment to negotiations. For Ukrainians, though, including its embattled troops, this will be more evidence that Donald Trump is trying to force them towards an unpalatable peace. Simon Newton, BFBS Forces News. Thanks for watching. For more from BFBS Forces News, like and subscribe to our channel.